This video is going to be a walkthrough of my 6th grade English lesson on adverbs presented through an interactive Nearpod slideshow, which allows the students to better engage with the lesson material. During this lesson, the students will be learning about adverbs and their interaction with verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. By the end of this lesson, they will be able to identify adverbs in sentences and demonstrate their knowledge by creating sentences with appropriate adverbs. Begin by logging into the Nearpod website, as your students also pull up nearpod.com on their computers. Once you are logged in, select My Library, and then select the appropriate Nearpod presentation. The one we will be using today is titled Adverbs. You have two options, Student Paced or Live Lesson. For this presentation, we are going to select Live Lesson. A pin will appear on the screen. Each student will enter their pin and enter the Nearpod. It is now available to them on their computer screens. As each student enters the Nearpod, a list of their nicknames will be available to you at the top left of the screen. This allows you to remove anything offensive or any student not a part of your classroom. Once all students have entered the Nearpod, it is time to begin the presentation. Because you have selected the Live Lesson option, the students will follow along at the pace you set. Remember to allow them time to take any notes or complete any tasks required of them during the Nearpod. The Nearpod will begin with a pre-assessment question. It will allow you to gauge the students' prior knowledge, if they have any, and to introduce the topic. During this time, you will be able to see each student's response or lack thereof. You also have the ability to share any student's answers with the entire class during the duration of the Nearpod. This introductory pre-assessment will be followed by an introduction to adverbs and a list of their characteristics for the students to better identify them with. Throughout the lesson, the students will be asked to write out sentences containing adverbs. They will also be drilled on identifying and utilizing adverbs in sentences. Some of these sentences will contain more than one adverb. This will ensure they are better acquainted with adverbs and how they use them in everyday speech and writing. At the very end of the Nearpod presentation, you have the option to send score results to your work email address, if you wish to keep them for assessment or reflective purposes. This concludes today's lesson.